Greetings, everybody. The name's thing. Welcome back to another episode of the Hunger Games Simulator. Last time we did Wow Wow Wubsy. I hate that episode. Sorry, Caillou man, but I really did not like it. This time, as suggested by our Brett Turner on YouTube, we're doing the Amazing World of Gumball characters. Introductions. Gumball is the main character. Darwin is adopted sibling. That is just his sidekick, and honestly precious. Penny, love interest of Gumball. Carrie, love interest of Darwin. They both get the girl. Anais, the super smart sister. Billy Parham, the supposed bully of Anais. Nicole and Richard Watterson, the parents of the Watterson children. Nicole is my favorite character, and yes, is one of my picks. Joanna Watterson, Granny Jojo, biological mother of Richard. Louis Watterson, adopted father of Richard. Frankie Watterson, biological father of Richard. Rob, nemesis of Gumball and Darwin. Tobias Wilson, pathetic. Banana Joe, stupidly pathetic, but funny. Larry is someone that a lot of people try to relate to, but no one really does, because no one is overworked. Sussy is a chin, creepy. Sarah G. Leto is a stalker whose ice cream, creepy, melt by the sun. Harry Toot Morsel is a video game parody. Bobbert is a robot. Hector is big. Gaylord Robinson is worshipped by Gumball and Darwin. Hot Dog Guy is a use of cringe, but masterful and intentional. Idaho is a potato. Julius Oppenheimer Jr. was thrown in here as a joke because I liked the time Darwin accidentally ruined his life. And speaking of which, it's a 3-horse race between Gumball, Darwin, and Larry, but considering that Julius only got here because of Darwin, I think I'll... No. Who do I want for my second pick? Gumball, Darwin, or Larry? Let's just go with Gumball because it is the Amazing World of Gumball. Anyways, the tribute stand on the podium with the horn sounds. Carrie takes a sickle. Bobbert grabs a backpack full of camping equipment. Ocho breaks Larry's nose for a basket of bread. Rob, Mr. Robinson, Hector, and Anais all run away from the cornucopia. Darwin breaks Idaho's nose for a basket of bread. Penny, Frankie, and Nicole run away from the cornucopia. Sussy clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Julia steps off his podium too soon and blows up. Fitting death. Richard, Gumball, Sarah, and Guy run away from the cornucopia. Louis runs into the cornucopia and hides. Tobias runs away. Billy takes a handful of throwing knives. Banana Joe scares Granny Jojo away from the cornucopia. Mojo Jojo. Anais practices her archery. Darwin constructs a shack. Idaho begs for Bobbert to kill him. She refuses, keeping Idaho alive. Granny Jojo sees smoke rising in the distance but decides to investigate. Frankie shoots an arrow at Banana Joe, but it misses and kills Sarah instead. You know what? Good job, Frankie. That's a good miss. Pretend it was intentional and you get respect. Carrie practices her archery. Rob camouflages himself in the bushes. Penny and Nicole work together for the day. Louis overhears Mr. Robinson and Gumball talking in the distance. Wonder what Gumball would be talking about. Mr. Robinson would be getting mad as Gumball is just worship. Larry sees medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Hector tries to spearfish with the trident. Richard also practices his archery. Tobias searches for firewood. Guy attacks Sussy, but she manages to escape. Ocho goes hunting, and Billy searches for firewood. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Julius from District 12 and Sarah from District 9. No district is out of play, but we are down to 22 survivors. Penny receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Tobias shoots fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Mr. Robinson fends Billy, Darwin, and Hector away from his fire. Bobbert begs for Anais to kill him. She refuses, keeping Bobbert alive. Sussy sees a fire but stays hidden. Granny Jojo goes to sleep. Nicole decapitates Richard with a sword. Have you finally had enough? You had enough of your husband, I see. Ocho loses sight of where he is. Idaho receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Banana Joe attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Guy stays awake all night. Larry sets an explosive off, killing Carrie and Gumball. Wow. Okay, Larry. You're mad that I picked Gumball over you. Frankie receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Louis looks at the night sky. Rob tries to treat his infection. Day 2, Granny Jojo hunts for the tributes. Bobbert, Louie, Nicole, and Banana Joe raid Darwin's camp while he's hunting. Tobias injures himself. Hector dies from hunger. Larry picks flowers. Idaho goes hunting. Rob injures himself. Guy defeats Frankie in a fight but spares his life. Ocho, Anais, and Penny unsuccessfully ambush Sussy, Billy, and Mr. Robinson, who kill them instead. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Richard from District 4, Carrie from District 2, Gumball from District 1, Hector from District 10, Ocho from District 9, Anais from District 3, and Penny from District 2. With that death count in mind, District 2 is the only district out of play, and we are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 survivors left standing. Proceed. Billy is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Louie starts a fire. Mr. Robinson receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Guy convinces Rob to snuggle with him. Larry quietly hums. Granny Jojo lets Bobbert into her shelter. Tobias and Darwin run into each other and decide to choose for the night. Banana Joe, Frankie, and Sussy sleep in shifts. Nicole and Idaho hold hands. Frankie explores the arena. Billy constructs a shack. Bobbert's pricked by thorns of picking berries. Nicole receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Granny Jojo defeats Darwin in a fight but spares his life. Tobias receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Larry scares Banana Joe off. Guy hunts for other tributes. Mr. Robinson, Idaho, Louie, and Sussy hunt for other tributes. Rob searches for firewood. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 3. Nicole and Banana Joe talk about the tributes still alive. Guy, Rob, Larry, and Sussy tell each other ghost stories lighten the mood. Bobbert screams for help. Granny Jojo starts a fire. Billy questions his sanity. Frankie convinces Darwin to snuggle with him. Idaho defeats Tobias in a fight but spares his life. Louie looks at the night sky. Mr. Robinson bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Day 4. Rob receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Louie forces Idaho to kill Tobias or Banana Joe. He decides to kill Banana Joe. Bobbert, Larry, Billy, Granny Jojo, and Guy hunt for the tributes. I don't know how to feel about that team. That kind of seems like a pathetic team aside from Bobbert. Bobbert's pretty powerful. Larry is just overworked. Billy is pathetic. Granny Jojo is also kind of pathetic, and Guy. Yeah, Bobbert's really carrying that team. Maybe Larry. Anyway, Frank, Sussy, and Darwin also hunt for other tributes. Again, a pathetic team. And Nicole makes a wooden spear. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Mr. Robinson from District 11 and Banana Joe from District 7. That being said in mind, Districts 2 and 9 are completely out. I must have forgot that 9 was also out last time. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 survivors left standing. I could have done the basic math. 13 survivors. Frankie lets Larry into a shelter. Rob and Billy run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Bobbert ambushes Nicole and kills her. Well, we're at the top half of the roster, and somehow Tobias is still here. Anyway, Sussy is unable to start a fire and soup without warmth. Tobias receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Granny Jojo receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Guy begs for Darwin to kill him. He refuses, keeping Guy alive. Louie poisons Idaho's drink. He drinks it and dies. 11. Larry receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Louie fishes. Sussy falls into a frozen lake and drowns. The same thing happens to Bobbert. Guy stalks Rob. Frankie and Billy fight Granny Jojo and Tobias. Granny Jojo and Tobias survive. As Darwin picks flowers. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance, a quarter of the cast. Nicole from District 4, Idaho from District 12, Sussy from District 8, Bobbert from District 10, Frankie from District 6, and Billy from District 3. Districts 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, and 12 are completely out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 survivors left standing. And somehow the pacifist of the Watterson family, Darwin, is the longest lasting. Anyways, Guy and Louie work together to drown Tobias. Larry tends to his wounds. Rob stays awake all night. Granny Jojo thinks about winning. Darwin starts a fire. Top 6. The cornucopias replenish food supplies, weapons, and memoirs from tributes families. Granny Jojo, Guy convinces Granny Jojo not to kill him, only to kill her instead. Rob decides not to go to the feast. Darwin is unable to convince Larry to not kill him. Louis falls into a frozen lake and drowns. So wait, is it Guy, Rob, and Larry who's left? Yeah. Rob shoots an arrow into Guy's head. Larry dies of dysentery. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Tobias from District 7, Granny Jojo from District 5, Darwin from District 1, Louis from District 5, Guy from District 11, and Larry from District 8, which means that the winner is Rob from District 6. The nemesis of Gumball won. The nemesis of Gumball won. That's fitting. Anyways, in 24th place, Julius Oppenheimer Jr. In 23rd place, Sarah Giulato. In 22nd place, Richard Watterson. In 24th place, Carrie Kruger. In 20th place, Gumball Watterson, the most pathetic member. In 19th place, Hector Jotunheim. In 18th place, Harry Tootmorsel, aka Ocho. In 17th place, Anais Watterson. In 16th place, Penny Fitzgerald. In 15th place, with an impressive 3 kills to his name, is Gaylord Robinson. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh at that name. In 14th place, Banana Joe. In 13th place, with 1 kill to her name, Nicole Watterson. In 12th place, with 1 kill to his name, Idaho. In 11th place, with 3 kills to her name, Sussy. In 10th place, with 1 kill to his name, Bobbert B6. In 9th place, with 1 kill, Frankie Watterson. In 8th place, with 3 kills to his name, 3 kills to his name, Billy Parham. In 7th place, with 2 kills, Tobias Wilson. He got carried that far. In 6th place, with 2 kills to her name, Joanna Watterson, aka Granny Jojo. In 5th place, between the main Wattersons somehow doing the best, is Darwin Watterson. But in 4th place with 2 kills, the actual best Watterson is Louis Watterson, the most recent addition. Richard, Gumball, I take it back. Richard's the most pathetic member. He lost. In 3rd place with 2 kills to his name is Hot Dog Guy. In 2nd place with 3 kills to his name is the fan favorite character Larry. And the winner, with 1 kill to his name, is Rob. Here is the summary, a little shorter than average. District placements: in 12th, 9, at 11th, 2, in 10th, 4, in 9th, 12, in 8th, 10, in 7th, 3, in 6th, 7th, in 5th, 1, in 4th, 5, in 3rd, 11th, in 2nd, 8, and in 1st, 6. That'll do it for this episode of the Hunger Games Simulator. I hope you all enjoyed. Next episode, I can pull it up here. We are doing Alan Becker, as suggested by a generic channel. So we're doing his characters next. And I believe we're almost reserved for the season. So yeah, if you want to try and get another episode next season in, then let's go. But we're close to the championship episode this time. And with that, I'm going to close it out by saying what I tend to do. I'm going to bid you all a good West visiting this time, everybody. My name's Wu Feng, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.